3. That's it. Spring Burrell from the outside of the ring just counted 3. And has just awarded the match to the Soultaker. Spring Burrell.
It wasn't an accident. Mark Starr, you are fired. You are through.
Dave Brown here at ringside, ready to go with CWA Championship Wrestling. Boy, today we are going to have Kevin Dillinger in here in the opening match. Dirty White Boy, the CWA Heavyweight Champion, will be in here in a single match a little bit later on. And you will see the brand new World Unified title holder, the Soultaker. We will also be telling you the true story of exactly how the Soultaker ended up winning that belt from the King, Jerry Lawler. Back with a match between Sean Regal and Kevin Dillinger in just a moment. Well, we're about set to go. Sean Regal in the ring right now. This will be our first look at him here on CWA Championship Wrestling. Going to be going against Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger on his way to the ring. Well, looks like he's on his way over here right now. Kevin, you got a match here. You're scared, not an interview.
I got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Last week you said I'm not doing too good in my career of wrestling.
Well, I think what I said is since you've been in the CWA, you haven't had a victory, and I mean the record speaks for itself.
Let me tell you something. I'm a winner. I win all I do. Everything I go at, I'm a winner.
Okay, well, you haven't won yet. And why do you have the football? What are you gonna try to knock out your opponent with a football or what?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I want to tell you something a lot of people don't know. I was an all-star football quarterback. In high school, I was the greatest. Every time I put my hands on the ball, touchdown. Every time.
Every time, okay.
Every time. All the colleges, Oklahoma, UCLA, Alabama, Auburn, everybody wanted me. Clemson, everybody. Pro Bowl wanted me. I even had my own right guard commercial. And right here today, but professional wrestling was my first love. Today right here on TV, who's this fella? What's his name?
His name is Sean Regal. He's out of Florida.
Well, I'm sorry about you going to go back to Florida with a butt kicking, because I'm climbing that ladder today. My first win right here on this Sean guy, whatever his name, Regal.
Regal.
Today I'm winning right here on TV.
Well, all right, Kevin Dillinger. The way to prove that, of course, is in the ring, as we have said so many times. Kevin Dillinger heads for the ring right now to go against Sean Regal. And, well, I don't know. As I said, we haven't seen Regal before, so maybe Dillinger's got his best shot at his first victory in the CWA. He says he's a winner at everything he's ever done, especially he was a super football player in high school. But, well, wrestling and football, two different things, let me tell you. And he has found out in the ring it is tough in the CWA. Kevin Dillinger handing his hat out of the ring. We are underway with the opening single match of the day. Sean Regal is out of Delray Beach, Florida. Boy, the two of them going at each other there. Dillinger, backs into the corner. So, whoa, wait a minute. Facing a tough one here. Dillinger. Whoa, went around behind him, going to try to hammer that arm. Regal reversed it. Dillinger made a smart move. You got to hand him that. He heads for the rope. got a foot outside. That stopped the hold that Regal had on him. Hair pulling, I think, by Dillinger. I can't see it for sure from here, but the way that head snapped back, there's almost no doubt about it. Oh, look at Regal. And Kevin Dillinger, not having the success he had hoped for, tries to take control of the match. But Sean Regal regains the control of it almost immediately. Dillinger back up on his feet now. Regal hanging on. Dillinger backs into the rope. On the rope, referee calls for a quick break. Dillinger broke it all right, but look at this. Doubled up right fist. He nails Regal. Reversal by Regal puts Dillinger into the ring. And a backdrop. He ends up in the middle of the ring. Sean Regal, impressive in the countermeasures he's been able to put on Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger in here upset because we had said last week that he had no victories in the CWA. And today he's going to start climbing the ladder of success. Long way to the top right now as Kevin Dillinger finds himself on the mat. An arm bar put on by Sean Regal as Dillinger tries to get back up on his feet. Regal hangs on. Going to roll him over, but Regal kept the momentum going, and he ends up with the advantage. Once again, Kevin Dillinger back up on his feet in search of his first CWA victory. But so is Sean Regal. Oh, did he hit him in the eye? Must have hit him just above the eye. Dillinger, whoa, catches himself, coming off the ropes, and smashes Sean Regal down to the mat. And now Dillinger feeling a little more confident as he picks him up by the hair. There's a smile on his face. He hit him with the right fist. The referee warning him about it. Dillinger says, leave me alone. It's going good for me now. Dillinger fires Regal into the rope. Caught him with the upper arm coming off of there. The referee verifies it was all right. You can't use the point of the elbow in that situation, but you can use the forearm or the upper arm. The referee said Dillinger did it okay. Dillinger pleading his own case with us. As we've already said, he looks much more in control now, and maybe he is on his way to the first CWA victory. Regal thought maybe Sean was going to be able to reverse that one on him, but it didn't happen. Kevin Dillinger, standing over his opponent, now picks him up. Hair pulling there. Referee is checking on that and warning him, Dillinger, about pulling the hair. Once again, he catches Sean Regal coming off the ropes and body slams him. We're 4 minutes into the action as Regal goes flying into the rope. He slips around behind Dillinger, hooks him down in a small package pole. The ring! Sean Regal. Boy, it looked like he was out of it, and Dillinger had indeed his first victory. Look at Dillinger. He can't believe it. He thought he had won his first CWA victory. But Kevin, it looks like you'll have to wait at least one more day before you climb the ladder of success. We'll be back with the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl in a moment as Sean Regal heads out victorious.
Michael St. John for CWA Championship Wrestling. Action Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum right here in Evansville, Indiana. We have the Unified World Heavyweight Championship as the main event. The brand new champion, as you've heard, the Soultaker, puts his belt on the line against Dutch Mantell. A CWA heavyweight title match in Evansville Wednesday night. Superstar Bill Dundee takes on the Dirty White Boy and the title of the White Boy. The Battle of the Freddys, you'll see it a little bit later on this program. Freddy the imposter against Freddy. Plus, you'll see a tag action match as Rick Morton and Sean Regal battle Chris Champion and the New York Brawler. with Ronnie P. Gossett in their corner. Opening action, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster takes on Kevin Dillinger. All that action right here in Evansville Wednesday night. Superstar, your shot at the CWA title.
That's right, Dirty White Boy. I never really figured you'd win that belt in that tournament, but you did. But you didn't do it by yourself. You had that pretty little, whatever you call it. I got another name for her. I'd like to say it, but I can't say it on TV. We'd go right black. Now, I'm just going to tell you something, lady. You better be ringside if you're going to be and act like a lady, because if you don't, I'm going to punch your pretty little lights out. Oh, yeah, I don't go around hitting women, and I don't go around hitting ladies. But like I said, you won that belt for Dirty White Boy, so if you come down that ringside, brother, White Boy, I want that belt because I'd like to wrestle Dutch Mantell or the Soultaker, whoever wins the world title, because that's on the line that night, too. So if I can beat you, brother, that puts me right in line. Now, just let me tell you, Mrs. Dirty White Boy, if you stick your head up over that apron, I'm punching you out, and I'm beating you, boy.
Dutch Mantell, a shot at the World Unified Heavyweight.
Well, I'm listening to Bill Dundee. He's talking about he wants to wrestle either me or the Soultaker. Well, Bill, you better get ready to wrestle me. Now, Soultaker, you're a big man, 6'7", 325 pounds. Now, you people keep watching this program here because I'm blamed for a lot of things here about Jerry Lawler losing the title. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Soultaker. You are wearing the gold right now. And in Evansville, I'm going to come with one purpose in mind, to take that belt right off you in the ring, and then I want everybody chasing me in Evansville Wednesday night.
Dirty White Boy, Dirty White Girl joining us out here, and she has the CWA Heavyweight Championship belt that was won by Dirty White Boy. I do have one bit of business, and then we'll let you say what you want to say. Certified letter sent to you, care of me, and I had to sign for it. I would just like to ask you, since you're now the champion, if you would, it's from some lady in Georgia. If you would have them send it to your address, not mine. I would prefer not to be responsible for your mail there.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll take care of this. No,
All right,
no problem. You know, Dave, brother, isn't it a glorious day? It's beautiful outside. The birds are chirping. I got the prettiest thing in professional wrestling today with me. And I am the CWA Heavyweight Champion. Now, you know, Dave, Dirty Dutch Mantell wants a shot at this title. He thinks that he actually deserves a shot at this title.
He does deserve it.
No, he don't. Did I or did I not beat him in the tournament for the belt? Yes, I did. That's right, Dave, I did. So, Dirty Dutch Mantell, don't come up and think that you're somebody and think for 1 minute that you're going to get another shot at this title. Well, maybe I will. Because, Dutch, you couldn't beat me on your best day, son, with one hand tied behind my back and half of me helping the other half. So, Dutch Mantell, you come on. I don't care who it is. You bring out Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee. We'll even go with the wild side Mike Davis. You bring them all on, Jake, because you are looking at the heavyweight champion sitting on top of the hill, looking down at all the rest. And I do have my ace in the hole. And I got somebody right up here. I'm going to show you exactly why I am the champion, because I'm going to demolish this boy.
All right, head for the ring right now. This is a non-title match.
Good talking to you.
Well, thank you very much. The CWA Heavyweight Champion, the Dirty White Boy, with Dirty White Girl in his corner heading for the ring. That's Tim Hall up there waiting for him. I don't envy the task that Tim has, but Tim has to look at it this way, and I suppose we do too, that if Tim can not only hold his own, if Tim can look good against the champion, it certainly enhances his career and matches in the future. And that's what will entice a young wrestler like Tim into the ring against a veteran, and in this case, the champion, the Dirty White Boy. It's a one-fall match, 10 minutes the overall time limit. Back on the ropes. Tim Hall had him back there. Dirty White Boy said he was pulling my hair. I don't think he was. But when Tim Hall broke cleanly back on the ropes, the Dirty White Boy nailed him.
Who is the champion, Dave Brown?
The Dirty White Boy. Well, I don't think I have to tell you. I think you know who the champion is. You are looking at him right in there right now, the Dirty White Boy.
I ain't done nothing. Come here, boy.
He won the belt in a tournament. The belt had been held by Texas Dirt. Texas Dirt. That's not Dutch Mantell. That's Tim Hall, and don't forget the difference. Texas Dirt gave the belt to Dutch Mantell. But the promoters ruled, and of course correctly, that that's not allowed. That Texas Dirt was not going to defend the belt. Oh, look at this Dirty White Girl getting involved out here on the floor as Tim Hall was thrown out of the ring. Now the Dirty White Boy picks him up. White Boy picking up Tim Hall. A vicious knee lift.
Come here, boy. Come on, big man.
Off the ropes, the upper arm. And Tim Hall finds himself once again rolling on the mat. He has really been hammered time after time by the CWA champion. Count is 1, 2. Oh, at the count of 2, the Dirty White Boy says, wait a minute, don't count 3 yet. Little punishment here. Like a football team running up the score, the Dirty White Boy continues to work on Tim Hall. Kind of a reverse clothesline. He caught him from behind. Here's a count of 2. This time he makes it stick for the 3 count. Dirty White Boy with the win. 2 minutes, 18 seconds, and it's all Dirty White Boy as he gets the win over Tim Hall. We will be back with more action for you in a moment.
Championship Wrestling, Evansville Coliseum, Wednesday night. Listen to this card. Opening action, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster against Kevin Dillinger. Tag action is Rick Morton and Scott Regal. Battle Chris Champion and the New York Brawler with Ronnie P. Gossett in their corner. A battle of the Freddys. If you haven't seen it already, you'll see it on this television program. Freddy the Imposter against the original Freddy. Also in Evansville Wednesday night, the CWA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Dirty White Boy puts the belt up. Dirty White Girl will be in his corner to take on the challenge of Bill Superstar Dundee. And the main event, the World Unified Heavyweight Championship match. The brand new World Unified Heavyweight Champion is the Soultaker. He'll put the belt on the line for the first time here in Evansville Wednesday night as he faces the title, or as he faces the challenge rather, of Dutch Mantell. All that action Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 big championship matches. Dundee against White Boy for the CWA title. Mantell against the Soultaker for the World Unified title. See you Wednesday night.
Here, the Dirty White Boy and the Dirty White Girl, after winning the match and then continuing to stay out here and beat up on Tim Hall after it was all said and done, and then we finally thought we had you out of here. The match is over.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize to you because I see I got you a little upset. You done.
Oh, Freddy. Freddy. Yeah.
He wants. Is this fool trying to tell me that he actually wants me to get in the ring and he wants a shot at this title?
Well, that's what it seems like to me. He says he wants a shot at the belt. Wants you to climb in the ring, give him a shot at the belt.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stone today. I love it. Go ahead, Freddy, get in the ring. He's got it, baby. He's got it.
Title shot. According to Dirty White Boy, the belt's on the line. Now, this is not sanctioned. We'll have to get a ruling from it, but we got to get a referee in here, too. Oh, Dirty White Boy nails Freddy and knocks him down. Freddy's never been knocked down before that I remember. Not like that, anyway, by Dirty White Boy. All right, the referee's in here. We've got is a title match. Dirty White Boy agreed. We all heard him agree to put the belt up. Freddy again knocked down, clothesline by the Dirty White Boy. Well, I'll tell you what. There again, Freddy knocked down to the mat. We have not seen Freddy be hammered like this by anybody. This is incredible what the Dirty White Boy has been able to do. He put the belt on the line. I don't know if it's a championship aspect of the match or not. There again with a clothesline. He knocks Freddy down to the mat. Power slam slam by Dirty White Boy, and a cover. 1, 2, and 3. The Dirty White Boy has just defeated Freddy. Freddy has never been beat before.
And as I was saying before, Dave Brown, you are looking at the heavyweight champion. And there is nobody. I just beat this thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, looks to me like the real Freddy is arrived. I don't know who that other guy is. But as we were saying during the match, I'd never seen Freddy beaten up like that. And it looks like that's an imposter, and the real Freddy has arrived. And look at this. A power slam once, or a body slam again. This time, Freddy is trying to get the mask off the guy who came in here claiming to be Freddy. Freddy going after the referee now. Boy, is he steamed. Freddy, the real one, showed up here. Hey. I'm going to hang back here kind of close to the wall, let me tell you. Freddy has picked up the chair now. Freddy, not happy at all, and that is a big, huge understatement. Look at it, he's beside himself. As someone dressed up just like him came in here, challenged Dirty White Boy to a title match. Dirty White Boy said, fine, step in the ring, and Dirty White Boy got the win in about a minute 20 seconds. And then the real Freddy shows up to kind of, I don't know, clear his name or what you would call that, but anyway, he was really, really steamed to think that somebody claiming to be Freddy would come out here and get beaten like that.
Take him back.
All right. Well, that's quite an... Soultaker comes roaring through the ropes with Nate the Rat, the Big O over here.
I'll tell you, this is the greatest day of my entire life. I called up Larry Sharp, and he's so proud of me and the Soultaker. He beat Jerry Lawler down there Monday night for this unified belt. Nobody's ever been able to beat him, and he whooped that man like a red-headed stepchild. Monday night, boy, I'm so proud. Larry Sharp proud, the Soultaker proud, the new unified world heavyweight champion. Man alive, look at it. Beat him up, baby, beat him up.
Soultaker is the new World Unified Champion in there right now against the Big O. He did get the belt. We're going to have more to say about that a little bit later on, though. The Soultaker, World Unified Champion, the belt slung over the shoulder of Nathaniel Whitlock, his manager.
Larry on the phone, man. Larry, he was overjoyed. I tell you, we're going to take pictures down there Monday night. Going to put this on the mantle. We're going to ride around and look good.
Well, Nate, with what he's talking about, Larry Sharp, of course, from the Monster Factory, brought in the Soultaker, but he has sort of, you claim anyway, appointed you to kind of oversee the Soultaker's career, right?
Beat the food stamps out of him, baby!
Well, he's got him a victory here. The Soultaker gets the win. The time on it is 1 minute, 18 seconds, 1:18, and it was all Soultaker as he gets the victory here. This was a non-title match. The Soultaker showing some of that power that he's exhibited since he has been in the CWA. Another one out of the Monster Factory in New Jersey. And this one has the CWA, not the CWA, the World Unified Heavyweight title, as he and Nathaniel Whitlock head back for the dressing room. And the Big O being helped back by referee Jerry Calhoun. He does appear to be okay. We want to show you something that went on. We gave you a little preview of it at the beginning of the broadcast. The Wild Side, Ronnie P. Gossett. Mark Starr was not here last week. Gossett was asking where he was. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe we'll find out more. But Mark Starr has been fired. Take a look.
Chair being held up by Ronnie P. Starr off the second rope. Just now, Ronnie Gossett Jared with a flying press, going for a pin cover. Count of 3, there's your winners, Jeff Jarrett and the Master of Pain.
I can't believe you did that to me. What is wrong with you? It wasn't an accident. Mark Starr, you are fired. You are through. You take a hike and you get out of here. Don't talk to me. You are fired. Read my lips. You are fired. Through. Let me tell you something, you wimp. Either you're with me or you're against me. Now come on. He is fired. You make your decision right now. You either take me or you take your whippy brother.
Ronnie P. Gossett still pacing up and down ringside, waiting on champion's decision. There he goes. Chris Champion's leaving with Ronnie Gossett and Mark Starr left in the middle of the ring.
Well, there you saw it. Gossett gave Champion the choice. You can stay with your brother Mark Starr, or you can stay with me. Champion left with Gossett, and Mark Starr fired. Ronnie P. Gossett had these words to say about all that action.
For years, Ronnie Gossett has managed the best in professional wrestling. Only the best associated with Ronnie Gossett. Only the chosen few ran the roads with Ronnie Gossett. And then it dawned on me, what have I done? I have surrounded myself with nothing but trash. I had Dutch Mantell when nobody would touch him with a 10-foot pole. I picked that moron up out of the gutter. I made him a star. And what did he do? He turned his back on me. I had to wind up firing him. And then the Master of Pain. I got that idiot out of prison, and what gratitude does he have for Ronnie Gossett? He stabs me in the back, so I send him packing. And then just the other day, I had to fire Mark Starr.
Whoa, Ronnie. If you and Mark Starr got a problem, that's between you and him. I don't appreciate you coming out and talking about my brother. That's my brother. If there's a problem, I wish you just let it lie.
Well, I don't mean to put him in the class with Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell, but what I am talking about, I'm going to surround myself with the best. Once again, the old Ronnie Gossett returns to the wrestling profession. I'm scouring the countryside for the toughest, just like Vince Lombardi. I'm going to be the toughest manager in the wrestling business. Those guys will follow orders or they'll get their butts out. When Ronnie Gossett talks, they'll listen.
Tell you what really happened as the belt was lost by Jerry Lawler. The Soultaker, as you have seen, has come out with the World Unified title slung over the shoulder of Nate the Rat. Here comes the King right now, still the King, even if he does not have that World Unified title at the moment, looking to take it back in the upcoming match against the Soultaker. Jerry, first time we've seen you in a long time without that big belt over the shoulder.
Yeah, it's not a real good feeling either, Dave. It's just, as you said, I started to walk through that curtain there, and I hesitated just a second. I thought, I don't have my belt with me. It's just something that's, you know, after you struggle along for 15 years and try to attain a goal, and then you finally do, it's something that you hate to give up, you know, and... you know, I've tried all week long not to really get down about this, because I feel like, you know, I don't really feel like I was beaten by the Soultaker. There were some circumstances involved, and I feel like, you know, I've got a return match coming up with the guy, and if I don't let myself get down mentally and that sort of thing, I think I'll be able to go in there and take the belt back. But speaking of those circumstances. Yeah, I've been real upset all week long. I've been talking to different people, and they said, you know, maybe it was an accident, or try not to get upset about it. But it's real difficult not to. Like I said, you know, it's hard to relate your feelings to somebody that has not been in a similar situation when you lose something that is so dear to you. You know, and you know, I got some other things to say, but if you could, I understand if we could roll. You know, there's probably a lot of people out there watching don't even know what we're talking about. If we could roll the film of the match that I had with the Soultaker, the belt's at stake. I knew he had Nate the Rat in his corner, you know, and I knew I was going to have to handle both of those guys, but I was prepared for that. But what I didn't know I was going to have to handle and deal with, too, was some other outside interference, and all you have to do is watch this film, and you make up your mind for yourself what you think happened here.
Lawler picked up again by his hair. The Soultaker winding it up. Big reverse neck breaker as the Soultaker sends Lawler into the ropes. Catches him. Big back drop. Sends Lawler sky high into the air. The Soultaker sending Lawler into the ropes. Goes for a back drop. Lawler says, wait a minute, and lands a big right. Set the Soultaker down for the first time tonight. Lawler jabbing the Soultaker. Lawler at his best here, lands another big right. The Soultaker wobbling on its feet. Going down to the canvas, the Soultaker struggling to stay up as Lawler really working him over now. Lawler again puts the Soultaker down to the canvas. Lawler goes into the ropes. Lawler, the dirty white boy, just tripped the King from the outside. As Nate the Rat coming into the ring with that cane, goes to hit Lawler. Lawler catches him, lands a right of his own, and goes to work on Nate the Rat over in the corner. Lawler giving him all he's got right now as the Soultaker coming up behind Lawler, just leveled Lawler. Nate the Rat just jabbed him in the throat with that cane. As Dutch Mantell in here, after Nate the Rat lands the cane across the back of the Soultaker. As everyone's outside the ring now, all the lumberjacks tangling up outside the ring. Dutch Mantell in here for a little payback as Lawler holds the Soultaker up. The Soultaker ducked and missed. Dutch Mantell just nailed Lawler with the cane. And the Soultaker just clotheslined Dutch Mantell as the Soultaker with a pin cover. 2, 3, that's it. Frank Burrell from the outside of the ring just counted 3. And has just awarded the match to the Soultaker. Frank Burrell has just given the World Unified Heavyweight Championship to the Soultaker. I can't believe it's happened, but the Soultaker has been given the match. Dutch Mantell in here was trying to help the King out. Unfortunately, things got out of hand and Lawler got leveled with that cane that was in the hands of Dutch Mantell.
Well, that was a tough one, all right. I tell you, that, well, we saw what happened.
Well, all I can say is it's real difficult for me to watch that without getting pretty upset with Dutch Mantell. Now, you know, this organization instituted instituted a rule. I don't know if you remember, but and I'm sure some of the fans remember, but they have a bad habit of instituting rules and then kind of letting them fall by the wayside. I remember one time then when there was a $500 and then it was up to a $1,000 fine if anybody interfered in somebody else's match. But now it doesn't seem like that takes place anymore. You see guys running in, you see guys running out of every single match. Now, I think if Dutch Mantell had realized it was going to cost him $1,000 if he had interfered in that match, maybe he wouldn't have been down there. What does he care anyway? What does he want to come out in my match for? Because he doesn't have any business out there.
Well, the only thing I would say, maybe Dutch was trying to help. It did appear that way.
Whether he was trying to help or not, he obviously didn't help.
Wait a minute. When you start talking about me, I'm coming out here and I'm defending myself. Now, I know you're hot, and I heard you've been running around all week bad-mouthing me to anybody who will listen. Now, I told you I was sorry in the ring. And that's all I can do. I can tell you that I am sorry. I'm sorry it happened. I'm sorry you lost the belt. And if you're hot about it, then I can't help it. Now, we've been friends a long time.
I guess I shouldn't be hot about it, huh?
Well, I guess you should be hot.
Yeah,
Can you see my side of it?
No, I don't. That's exactly.
Well, I don't see your side of it. And I see. No, I said I'm sorry. I see that side of it. But, you know, we've been friends a long time, Jerry. And you come out here. You've been riding that high crest. You had to expect to lose at some time or the other.
No, I don't expect. No, I don't expect to lose.
The odds are against you. Somebody's going to take it away from you. The odds are against you. Now, we've been friends a long time.
Wait a minute, let me get one of them.
Bill Dundee.
Talk about us being friends. I've known you for a long time, Dutch. That's all it goes. I've wrestled with you. I've wrestled against you. What,
Jerry, Dutchman, come on. We went all this out last week. We all been buddies a long time, man. We've been friends up and down the road and everything. Come on, man. He didn't mean to do it, Jerry.
Okay, no, I don't think that he meant to come out there to cause me to lose my belt. I'm not saying that. And I realize that when you say you're sorry, that you probably didn't mean to make me lose the title. But the fact is, no, wait a minute, let me say my piece.
Let me say something.
Well, let me say this. The fact is, the fact is, you did cause me to lose the title. Now, I understand you're sorry, but you're not half as sorry as I am. And, Bill, you come out here saying we've been buddies, and he's saying we've been pals, and everybody out there thinks, wait, look. Will you let me finish, and then you can run your mouth all you want to. But first of all, let me say this. You're saying we're buddies. You're saying we've been pals. Everybody out here probably thinks we're big friends. We are not friends. You're right. We're not friends. I know you, Bill, but I've wrestled against both of you. I've wrestled with both of you. But we're not friends. We don't pal around together, so don't try to make everybody think we're big buddies.
Well, let me say...
I know that you might be sorry I lost my belt, but you're not as sorry as I am. And the fact is, you're standing out here. You ain't lost nothing.
Hey, don't get so hot. Don't get so hot at me.
You haven't even lost any sleep. I lost something that I fought for 15 years to get. What have you lost? You lost nothing. All I'm saying is...
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. But, see, well, you know what you conveniently left out? You conveniently left out why I came in the ring. Twice that Monday night in Memphis, twice now, that Soultaker jumped on me. Now, one time, Dirty White Boy and Soultaker jumped on me for no reason. I'm coming in there to try to help you, Jerry.
That's between you and him. That's between you and him. When you get a match with him, you
Hey, okay. I really think so. I believe this guy tried to save your life, Kingfish. I believe Soultaker would have killed you. Yeah, he did. Sure he did.
What do you want me to do about it now?
Lost was your belt.
What do you want me to do about it now?
No, here's what I'm trying to tell each and every... I want to tell you, Bill, stand right here. Turn around here. Let everybody see your face. I want both of you guys to listen real carefully, okay? Here's all I'm trying to tell you. You listening?
Yes, sir.
You listening?
I've been listening to you for 15 years, brother.
Hey,
come on.
So have I.
Stay out of my damn business. Do you guys understand that?
Okay.
When I got a match, stay out of it, okay? I don't care if I'm laying flat on my back. I don't care if I'm bloody from head to toe. Just stand back and watch, okay? I'm a big boy now. I'll take care of myself, okay?
Is that what you want?
I want you to stay out of my business.
You got it, brother.
Okay?
You got it.
Stay out of my business, okay? You understand? And one other, I want to give you both a good word of warning. I got another match coming up with the Soultaker, and I got something in mind for him. And I don't want you boys, Dutch, you're real hairy, and you'd catch fire real easy. So don't come in the ring. Bill, you got a pretty little face there, and I don't want it to get singed or scorched. So don't come in a ring when I'm wrestling Soultaker,
Well, just let me tell you this, Kingfish. Tuesday morning, don't come and ask where we was. And I don't know if you did what was right either, Mantell.
All kind of dissension here. I don't know who, I see the points on all sides. I don't know if there's any right or wrong in this particular thing, but it's certainly a lot of dissension on that side over there. Well,
okay, if he wants to look after himself, I'm looking after myself, too. That's my final statement.
we'll return.
Evansville wrestling fans, boy, do we have a card of action for you Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. 2 big title matches, including a World's Unified Heavyweight Championship match and a CWA match. Listen to this lineup. Frankie the Thumper Lancaster opens up against Kevin Dillinger. Tag team action, Rick Morton and Sean Regal to battle Chris Champion and the New York Brawler, a newcomer to our area. Managed, of course, by Ronnie P. Gossett. The Battle of the Freddys. Freddy takes on Freddy the Imposter. Then a CWA heavyweight title match. The Dirty White Boy puts his title up, Dirty White Girl in his corner, against the challenge of Bill Superstar Dundee. And the main event, the World Unified Heavyweight Championship on the line. The new champion, the Soultaker, puts his belt up for the first time against Dutch Mantell. Dirty White Boy.
Sean Regal, Ricky Morton, I want you to take a real good look right here. The man's from New York. We're talking back alley brawling, baby. So I guarantee you he's going to show you exactly how to brawl. And now I heard Superstar Bill Dundee. Boy, hey, midget, you real tough, ain't you? You tough talking about beating up on a woman. Well, let me tell you something, boy. You won't touch one pretty little hair on her head because that means, boy, You have got to go through me, the CWA heavyweight champion, and then you got big Dutch Mantell. Thinks he's somebody. He looks like Yosemite Sam going against a real good dear friend of mine, the Soultaker. Taker, come in here and tell him about it. Jerry Lawler, you didn't have enough the first time. I beat you bad. Now I've got Dutch, dirty Dutch. You want a piece of me, huh? There is no law when it comes to the Soultaker. I'll reach inside of you, creep down inside of you, and I'll pull out your soul. I'll pull it out.
Well, we have had some action here today. Sean Regal, our first look at him, he gets a win over Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger, who had said he was going to start his climb to success. We've seen Freddy go against an imposter claiming to be Freddy today after the imposter had lost a championship match to the Dirty White Boy. In the ring right now, it is Don Kelly. And climbing up onto the ring apron, the New York Brawler. He's out of New York City. Referee Jerry Calhoun stands between them. And as that black leather jacket is handed out of the ring by the New York Brawler, the referee signals for the match to begin, but the Brawler had already jumped Don Kelly over in the corner even before the match officially started. Don Kelly down on the mat for the count of 1. Whoa, he got hit right in the top of the head that time by a big right hand by the New York Brawler. Don't know too much about the Brawler, except he is big and he is tough. Look at him. He's got Don Kelly up in the air and body slams him. Drops down. Covers. Count is 1, 2. Whoop. Picks him up by the hair. Boy, I hate to see that. Not content just to get a victory and go on out of here with your hand raised. You got to try to hurt somebody. That seems to be the attitude of the New York Brawler. Don Kelly into the ropes. Brawler with a big upper arm. Kelly just hit the mat. Brawler slides a boot off the side of his forehead. A jab into the throat. Don Kelly not able to make much of a move here against the New York Brawler, who came out of here ready to go and actually jumped Kelly just prior to the bell sounding. The Brawler again picks up Don Kelly. Nailed him with a left hand that time. Another left. Brawler. Big upper arm. There's a cover. Will he hold it? Count of 2. Nope. Picked him up at the 2 count once again. New York Brawler. Not going for the count. The left fist. Brawler obviously left-handed. I think we know that much about him by now. Well, there's a right chop. Looks like he can use either hand illegally against Don Kelly. Just a long day for Kelly already. 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the match. Big boot. New York Brawler just held it there in the air, and Kelly ran into it as he was coming off the ropes. Up in the fireman's carry. Brawler drops him down. Down to 1, 2. This time he makes it stick for a 3 count. Well, there wasn't a lot of doubt about it, I guess, from not too far into the match when the New York Brawler really seized control of things and showed us that he was capable of doing whatever he thought was necessary to get the count of 3, which he did on Don Kelly. So walking out of here with his first victory in his first appearance, the New York Brawler in 2 minutes, 36 seconds. The Violator had a match against Dustin Rhodes last week. Here are some highlights of that action. Take a look at this Violator.
The Violator again in there with that tape from his wrist, choking Dustin all over him.
on Dustin Rhodes. Grabs him in a headlock. Just jabbed him right in the throat again. Violator, a vicious individual, rugged wrestler. Working on Dustin Rhodes, sends him down to the canvas. Big reverse neck breaker. Again, takes Rhodes down. Goes for a pin cover. 1, 2. Rhodes kicks out. Count of 2. Violator has been in control most of the match. Still working over Big Dustin. Dustin blocks it. Comes back with a big right of his own. Goes to work on the big Violator, shoots him into the ropes, catches him, big clothesline, sends him down to the canvas. Dustin Rhodes getting fired up in here, scoops the Violator up, big body slam. Dustin off the ropes, drops the elbow and finds no one home as the Violator up and moves out of the way. Rhodes being thrown through the ropes by the Violator. Frank Morrell with the count in there on Dustin. Count of 5 as Dustin comes up. Big shoulder block into the midsection. Big sunset flip over the top rope. Dustin working to take him down. Gets him down 1. Count of 2 by the referee. The Violator kicks out off that big sunset flip. The Violator again, a big right. Violator with a chokehold. Frank Morrell with the count. Big Dustin again being picked up by the Violator as the Violator choking him over that top rope over there with all of his weight down on top of him. Violator again with a pin cover. 1, 2. Count of 2. Dustin's foot was over on the ropes. Big Dustin being shot into the ropes again. Violator going for a backdrop. Dustin catches him with a foot. Sets him up. Big elbow. Couple of big rights sending them in there. Another big one just leveled the Violator down to the canvas. Big Dustin shooting the Violator into the ropes. Momentum carries him up to the top turnbuckle as Dustin follows in behind him and goes straight to work on the Violator. Violator coming back with a little bit of his own now. Violator misses as Dustin ducks down. Atomic knee drop sends him into the turnbuckle. Both men knocked down on that one. Just ran straight into each other. As Dustin and the Violator both back up to their feet. The Violator going down to his tights. Just nailed Rhodes with something. Something out of his tights. Loaded that glove up. Incredible move. Just put Rhodes down to the canvas. Referee with a cover. 3. That's it. Your winner of the match, the Violator. Some type of foreign object in that glove of his just loaded it up and leveled Rhodes right in the middle of the ring for the victory.
On CWA Wrestling, you saw Gossett firing Mark Starr for one thing. Also, you saw the real story of how Jerry Lawler lost the World Unified title. You saw Freddy apparently losing to the Dirty White Boy in what had been an impromptu CWA heavyweight title match. Well, it turns out that the Freddy that came out here and challenged the White Boy to the match was an imposter. The real Freddy shows up, and you can imagine how unhappy he was at the situation, and he has asked for a match and to get all of that stuff settled up. So be looking for that in the weeks ahead. Freddy really steamed over that situation with the imposter showing up here today. The Soultaker did win a match here today, but he has the King to look forward to, as the King will try to get the World Unified title back. And as you also heard, the King has told Dutch Mantell and Bill Dundee a lot of dissension there, and we saw the tape. We know what happened. Still, there are bad feelings, and you don't really know which side to come down on in this one, except the King has said, Dutch Mantell and Bill Dundee, stay out of my business. Don't interfere in any matches that I'm involved in ever anymore. Sean Regal, a new face out of Delray Beach, Florida, wins his match over Kevin Dillinger. Dillinger still winless in the CWA. Next week, we're expecting some new faces. One, a returning face to the CWA, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster, and Axel Riggins. They are expected next week. We expect you next week, too. Hope you will join us. Until then, I'm Dave Brown for CWA Wrestling. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.